Hi, my name's Anan Lagana, and I'm a member of the Conduit.
Tell us about your business.
Yeah, so I'm co-founder of 602 Enterprises. I started the company with my business partner, Kevin Law Liberty, who is obviously also a member of the Conduit. We do wholesale merchandising and promotional products, cut and sew manufacturing overseas, and basically just make brands come to life via product, old school stuff. So embroidered shirts, hats, anything with a logo on it, we can make anything, our taglines from kayaks to keychains. Someone needs to take us up on the kayak though, so let me know and we'll be happy to do it.
How long have you been a member here?
27 months actually. I know that just because I'm the one that pays the bills, but yeah, we joined in May of 23, and really it was just a way to get out of the house. Before that, Kevin and I were working in our home office. We were also roommates and best friends, so it was kind of a lot, and we were kind of still coming out of the pandemic-ish, and I knew I needed to get out when I started going to the bank or just to Dunkin' Donuts just to interact with a human. So we toured every space in Orlando and landed on the Conduit just because of the community aspect of it.
Tell us about your unique story and any ways that the Conduit has come alongside you during that journey.
Yeah, so I guess some more context. I've had a passion for entrepreneurship my whole life. Pretty much everyone in my family has been an entrepreneur. My grandfather, my uncle, my dad, my aunt, it's just kind of what we do. So I've known for a long time that I wanted to create something, just wasn't sure what it was going to be. And I went to the University of Florida to get my bachelor's in business administration, a master's in international business, and then a minor in entrepreneurship. The whole time I was at UF, I thought I was going to go into corporate for 5 or 6 years because that's kind of how they push you to go. But I found that the entrepreneurial community at UF was really tight-knit, really helpful, and I really liked that. And so when we went into the pandemic, I was working a job in the investment industry, and it just didn't fulfill me. I didn't find any purpose in it. So I was always trying to find ideas, like what can I do to just drive some passion with me. And that's when I knew I needed to do something, and I met Kevin through school as well, and he had similar passions. So we actually tried multiple things before 602 Enterprises started, and ultimately we kind of started it on a whim, kind of on a one-off opportunity, and just said we could do websites and merch before we knew how to do websites and merch. And long story short, the Conduit is the only place I found for me in my life in Orlando that has people that think that way as well. And so all of a sudden, doing the entrepreneurial endeavor is super scary, can be super lonely, and is super difficult. And all of a sudden, I'm in a building with a bunch of other entrepreneurs who are trying to do the same thing. And that really helped me from a mentorship aspect, from a co-working aspect, just pretty much across the board, it helped our company. There's a clear before and after from when we joined. So.
Tell us about any connections you've made while being here and how they've continued to pour into your journey.
Yeah, I mean, the list goes on, but going back to all the other entrepreneurs, Dimitri with Enlighten, Kyle, the owner here, yourself, Amy, everybody here is just very uplifting and supportive. And it's gotten to a point where they kind of know if we're going through a rough week or anything. So people will kind of just, pat me on the back and say we can do it, because we always do. And also all of these people who are going through those challenges as well. So I'll regularly sit down and have coffee chats with members of the Conduit, and we'll play devil's advocate, like what are you going through in your business right now, how are you fixing it, this is how I would do it, and vice versa. And it allows outside perspective to come into whatever challenge you're facing, whether it's personal or work related. It's kind of all encompassing. So that really helps daily. It's by far one of the biggest reasons why we love the Conduit.
What are you passionate about?
Passionate about making a difference, for sure. I know that seems a little cliche when you're just making product and everything, but we strive to be a non-transactional business in a transactional industry. That's kind of how we've made a name for ourselves. By that and the fact that we're young, my industry is aging, and there's not too many 20-year-olds in the industry. So really just kind of using 602 to change people's lives, right? So I always want to make sure employees are taken care of, that we try to be the nicest person in the room wherever we go, no matter what it is, if I'm working or if I'm not working. And ultimately just genuinely making a difference in the world and using 602 as a stepladder into that. And so I have a wonderful opportunity to learn about myself, to learn about business, all of these things. And the idea is to kind of take everything I learned and just pour it back into the community.
Do you have any outside passions, I guess, aside from work?
I mean, I love riding my bike. I've played tennis for most of my life. Pretty much anything outside is kind of my speed, especially when, I spend so much time on a computer. Any chance I have to walk, even if it's hot in the Florida heat, I will do it. Drives my girlfriend nuts, but I have no problems doing 5 miles at noon if I need to. Exactly. So anything outside, and then I love cooking. Both my parents are chefs. One's an R&D chef, one's a chef from Thailand. So I've been surrounded by culinary expertise my whole life, and I didn't actually enjoy cooking for a little while. I think it was my little rebellious phase or something, I'm not sure, but now I love cooking, love taking a new recipe or a concept and trying to create some kind of new dish, using inspiration from Thailand. I'm half Thai, using the ingredients here and just figuring out, what to eat.
Thank you so much, Anan.
Of course, thank you.